PA Empowerment Network is a game changer, uniting individuals with shared goals to support and uplift each other, providing resources, mentorship, and a sense of community. Empowering people means giving them the tools and confidence to thrive and create positive change in their lives and communities.
All right, good evening or good afternoon, whichever one you prefer. Thank you for tuning in to the Empowerment Network, the PA Empowerment Network. My name is Kendall Stevenson, and I am the host. This is the Empowerment Show. This evening, we have a young man with us from Genesis Radio. Hey, what's happening, brother? His
Hey,
name is Kenneth Rudd. His name is Kenneth DJ Rudd, as they want to call him. He is the most, what is it? Exciting?
oh, come
I
on,
never get it
man.
right, man.
It's the most interested
The
DJ
most
in the
interesting DJ in
world.
the world. Every time I say it, I say something different, right?
Yeah, listen, man, we're going to have to start putting a penalty on that, man, when they mess the name up.
Well, I tell you, I've been reading through your little bio, and I see that you're the CEO of Genesis Radio. You're a district manager at your company that you work at now. You went to Disney Institute. You also graduated from Erasmus Hall. Also a graduate of LaGuardia. You're a businessman, and you're from Brooklyn. And your wife's name is Tamika.
Wow. Wow. Oh, you did a little homework, huh?
I always do homework, brother, man. Now, why
Okay.
don't you tell me a little bit more about that? I didn't get an opportunity to research. So, who is Mr. Rudd? I know Mr. Rudd is the DJ. I know Mr. Rudd is the businessman. But why did Mr. Rudd? Why is he doing what he does? What's his passion, other than to make some dollars and some coins? But what's your true passion in life?
Listen, man, you got most of it. You got most of it right there in that initial meet and greet. Only thing, I'm not the CEO of Genesis. I'm a general partner. Just want to get that clear. And I got a shout out to my partner, Terry TP Square Pickering, because probably without him, even though Kendall and I are from the same neighborhood to the audience, we grew up right down the block with each other. I really
Yeah,
didn't
pretty
meet him.
much.
I met him up in PA. You know what I mean? That's just somehow that's 6 degrees of separation, and they say it's a small world.
Yeah, it's a small world, man.
But yeah, we
Well,
got
you
some.
brothers have taught me that, man. I mean, I got an opportunity to learn a lot of things from you guys. Which actually made me better at what I do, and it helps me when I have to go out into the general public. Let's say if I need to get a guest, just by working with you guys and getting the opportunity to practice that, when I actually go out and speak to someone, I have a better chance of getting them to come onto the show, with or without the press. You know.
Well, I appreciate that, man. To answer your question, I'm just a regular guy from down the block, man. You know what I mean? Like a prophet is never a prophet in his own home. So at home, just Kenny. You know what I mean? Take out the garbage, Kenny.
Yeah, I know that one. Or
Did you,
point the
did you walk
finger.
the dog?
How about point the finger? Baby, I think that chair should be over there.
Yeah.
And they do the point the finger.
And did you feed the dog? Yeah, all right. That's just who I am, man. I'm just hoping when all the smoke clears and I transition to the other side, I just want to hear the 2 words, well done. So that's it. That's how I get up every day. I use prayer, meditation, exercise, just trying to stay on top of my game a little bit. But the music journey started in Brooklyn. Um, we take it even further back than some of the stuff you mentioned. My first music schooling was at George Gershwin Junior High
Oh,
School.
okay.
Yeah, so that's right there. For those who know BK, Van Center and Landon Boulevard, you know, that's where I started getting introduced to music. And I started out playing a French horn. I was introduced to reading, writing. Erasmus Horn
We
was
got a call
actually,
coming in. Can you hang on one second?
of course.
Good evening and welcome to the Empowerment Network. How can I help you? Okay, I guess they didn't like what I had to say. I'm sorry, brother man. Sorry for that interruption.
Listen,
Let's
I
roll
get it.
on.
I get it. But
I mean, as you can see now, I have tell you, I've learned a lot from you guys. I'm learning more as I go along.
And
As you can see, if you check the marquee, I also have a phone number so that people, if they want to call in, they can do so.
now, honestly, listen, you was part of the team when you came in. You got in where you fit in. And actually, I listened to one of your previous shows. I heard you telling somebody recently about the Dansbury Park event
Right, right.
every year. You told them how to contact us if they're interested in being a vendor. So I still, without those honorable mentions, this would feel different. But I still see, you still representing. You're giving us our flowers, and this is why we can still have a gentleman's conversation just like we're doing right now.
Well,
You know
you
what I
see, when
mean?
I call you my brother, I mean that. That's something that we do for life.
Nah,
And unlike other people, the other people that are around us, they say we're friends, they say we're brothers, they say a lot of things. Some of the things they say that we as a people can't do is what we're doing right now.
that's a
Sitting
fact.
down having a conversation, a civil conversation. They
That's
say that
true,
we
man.
can't do that. But my brother, I tell you, my man, I was checking out this brother in Burkina Faso.
Hmm.
He's the captain now, but he's the president, and he's really teaching us, even us as African Americans, that we need to come together and unify, and that the unity and there's strength in unity. And he's teaching us those things.
Well,
You understand?
I do.
So I'm really appreciating the things that you guys have taught me again, like I said. But let's get back to Mr. Rudd. That's what I want to get into.
Listen,
Again, I wanted to know, what is your passion? I mean, you started spinning records at a very early age, right?
absolutely. Um, I was one of the few people from our humble beginning neighborhood that actually had a stand up dad. You know, he whatever his reasoning for doing it, he bought me equipment when I was like 14. So I could say now, I think it was to keep us out of trouble, keep us out the street a little bit. But I'm sure he didn't expect we still be doing this. They thought hip hop was a fad.
Mm.
They didn't think it was something that was gonna be in every movie, a multi-billion-dollar business. They just, this was at the beginning of all of this stuff. So nobody actually knew where it was gonna go. But our parents embraced it, but they look at it how we look at music now. We like, this new music, this ain't gonna last. That's not real music. And so now we become the elders. And now
And
we
now,
look
and
at
now,
it,
and now you're listening to the trap music, which sounds more like pornography,
and
oral
I'm saying the same
pornography.
thing. I don't know if it's gonna last, but who knows? I'm never gonna shoot anybody down because they didn't think that we would last this long. And here we
This is
are,
very
still
true.
still fooling around and still podcasting and doing our stuff, and just trying to get up and contribute. That's it.
You know the word disc jockey, the DJ. I was just looking at it. You know that word came about in like 1935.
Nah, I didn't
That's
know that.
that's when the
Was
word
that
was
fall back?
created. Oh yeah, it was what a guy named Mark Brooks. He was a DJ or at a radio station, and he had a show called Make Believe. And what he would do is, when he would play the music, he would play on a phonograph and spin it. So that's where the term disc, which is a disc, and the person that operates it was known as a jockey. So that's where the term the disc jockey came in at. Way back when, man. I was just reading a little bit on, but you know me. I like to do a little bit of research here and there, know what I'm talking about. But that's pretty cool. I thought it was cool that everybody now calls themselves a disc jockey, but they don't even, a lot of them don't know what the word means. It's just an acronym to them, So
Well,
back in the day, I mean, I hear people like, I know, what's the difference between an MC and a disc jockey.
master of the ceremony. That's the MC. That's the master of the ceremony. And I just like to add on to what you were saying. People have taken that vision of a disc jockey way past where it was when I was 14. Disc jockey, there was no like DJ Khalid for example, DJ Clue. These guys took that DJ thing and they they put themselves in a different position and they started bringing in artists, collaboration albums, and all that stuff. These guys took it to another level as far as just two turntables and a mic. They started branding and marketing and more finding out how to make money besides, you know, the local party, because you could go so far with that, and you have to get to the point where you're doing your own functions and you're learning how to market and brand and just learning how to monetize off the talent. It's not about really who's the best. It's really, to me, it's who you surround yourself with in life. In general, it's not a DJ lesson, it's just a life lesson. You can really screw your whole life up if you surround yourself with people with no real goals, motivation, and ambition and stuff like that. So if you're a DJ, I'm a DJ, we both love music, I'm gonna gravitate to you because we want the same thing.
Yeah,
And
camaraderie. It's a camaraderie. Yeah.
So if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a team. So I decided to go with a team, and I'm nobody without my team. That's the bottom line. Without the team, I could do so much by myself.
Well, how long have you and Terry been teammates?
40 plus years.
40 plus years. Wow, that sounds like brothers. That sounds more like brothers than a team.
Yeah, that's family members. And you know, we started back, and it was a lot of other people along our journey that came in and out, and some people that's still part of the journey. Maybe you might not see their face; they're not in the forefront, but their support is still there. And you know, all that matters, man. All that matters, man. It's just like, it's really about your circle and about investing in yourself sometimes, because when other people don't believe in it, you gotta sometimes put up your money. If you watch Shark Tank, for instance, people come there, promote their business. One of the first questions that always comes up: how much of your money did you invest in this yourself?
Yeah. How much are you willing to put up?
Yeah, how much you really believe what you're telling me?
Right, right. How much do you believe in what you're saying?
Right.
Not just that you're saying it, but how much do you really believe in what you're saying? Are you willing to put everything on it? You know, but you've been able to do that still. You maintain a career as a DJ and still maintain and been able to obtain an education and go out and go to college. You've gotten married and you've already done a lot of things in your life that people are still trying to catch up to you.
Well, and I'm looking at other milestones and goals I'm trying to catch up to, because you know, if I have a Ferrari and I'm in back in our old neighborhood, I'm looking like I'm somebody. But I drive that same car in the Hamptons, everybody got one. So it's like that bottle of water. It's $1 in the bodega, it's $7 in the airport for that same bottle of water. So it's kind of like back to knowing where to position yourself, the marketing, the branding. I'd rather do one wedding for $2,000 than to do seven $300 parties, killing myself. It's like I have to identify who my target market is. I think that's one of the things with the DJ community. I can't service everybody. If somebody called me at this point for a Sweet 16, that's not my strongest genre. But I do have DJs that's part of the station, so I know I could go get somebody that knows that music. I don't have to try to do everything.
All right.
So once you get our age, you just got to learn how to.
What you mean our age? You trying to say something?
No, I said me and you went to the same school. We grew up in the same neighborhood. You just as young as me.
Yeah, I was in the neighborhood long before you got there, though.
Yeah, 2 years. You had 2 years on me, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. But I guess 2 years
was
in that
already hanging
neighborhood.
out on the basketball course, man. But yeah, but you're
I'm
true.
feeling
It's right.
good.
If you want to grow or do anything, I always believe in family, and I always say that family is the strongest organization known to man. If you have a strong family, then you can't be defeated. You can only win. So yeah, you always got to have somebody to have your back, and that's really a good thing when you got somebody like that. But we're gonna take a quick little commercial break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Okay.
Copy.
Hello, I'm Chantel Davis from Willie Mae's Place and Legacy Vines Winery, located in Gilbert, Pennsylvania. We're the only restaurant and winery experience where we pair delicious homemade scratch kitchen Southern comfort food with delicious homemade wine. All of our tastings will include some type of food and wine portion pairing, so definitely check us out. You can visit us at williemaysplace.com, legacyvineswinery.com, and also follow us on our socials, Willie Mae's Place Restaurant. Hope to see you soon.
Yeah, I tell you, you ever ate over there?
No.
You never got any eat with food? She was at the she catered the I think it was the birthday party at the IQ Lounge. So Q's
really?
wife.
Wow.
She catered that food.
Okay.
She's amazing, and the restaurant is amazing, and they're not too far away from here either. They're close nearby, right on 209 in Gilbert. But yeah, I enjoyed the food over there quite a bit. Now let's get on back to Mr. Rudd. I want to ask you, just so I can get this out the way, Unity in the Community, Danbury Park. Give me the info.
August 16th, Danbury Park. It's basically just what it says, man. Unity in the community. You can look it up on Facebook page. You can reach out to me, Kenneth Rudd. You can find me just as that, Kenneth Rudd, on Facebook. The Feel Good Radio Show on Instagram and all other social media platforms. Or you can reach out to Terry Pickering, also known as TP Square. You can email me, krudd@genesisradio.com. You can call Kendall if you can't find that number. Kendall will give it to you. And
I'll make sure I take care of anybody that gives me a holler.
Anybody that's interested in supporting community, whether it be vendors, whether it be DJs, whether it be whatever your business is, we're going to put everybody in the same room together. This is going to be our 4th time doing it. And we're having a lot of fun. We have car shows. We have sporting events. And it seems like we're really getting a little momentum behind us now with the community, man. I got to shout out to all the sponsors, man. I got to shout out to, of course, you mentioned it already, IQ Cigar Lounge, Hey DJ Steve, Jose Cuervo, everybody that I don't even a person sweeping the floor. Everybody's important. Our motto has been like all levels are important, no matter what level. It's just us to figure out what job to give that person. If you're a level 3, you're still welcome. It's okay. We just not gonna give you a level 10 responsibility. We're gonna give you a place, a home, and a place and room to grow. So,
I remember last year it was a hell of an event. We had a nice crowd that came down, good people. I mean, Strategy was doing his thing up on the stage, and yeah, man, that was, you guys were doing your do, man. You were definitely doing your do. I was enjoying my little picture taking and my little playing with the drone thing, but you guys were fantastic up there in the stage. It's very difficult to get in front of a camera and sit there and talk in front of a camera. It's very difficult to get up on stage. Some people may not think it takes any courage, but it really does. It takes some courage to get up on stage and perform and to be out in front of a large crowd of people. Sometimes that can be a very difficult thing to do. But there's also another thing that you got going on. You got a blood drive coming up soon, don't you?
Well, it's not directly our blood drive, but we definitely support it. And we attach ourselves to whoever's doing something positive. We support the NCNW, the NAACP, the Democratic Party, the church, local churches in the community, and the Juneteenth events and all of that. Like, we always contributing and sometimes sponsoring certain events, and in return, people do it back for us. And we don't really have the numbers in our community where we're operating, but I would like to see, my dream would be the people that are there to work together, because for some reason, sometimes.
Well, I can tell you this, Monroe County is a very, very large county.
We better
And
together. That's the song.
from
We
what I
better
can see with
together.
Monroe County, we can get a whole lot of people to come.
I'm singing a song. We better together. We better together. We better together. And just like we were talking about earlier, the investing yourself thing sometimes is important. It don't have to be monetary investment. Sometimes the investment just might be getting up and taking a walk in the morning. That's an investment in your health.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to do a podcast. You had to purchase a mic and some equipment or a platform or however you're going to stream it. These are the things sometimes it's necessary. We can't always wait for everybody else to do something for us. Because if we wait until the perfect time, it'll never get done. You know what I mean? You just step out on faith sometimes. You know what I mean? Everybody that was successful failed many times before they were successful. Well, most people. Every now and then you hit lightning in a bottle. Like Genesis, just hit lightning in a bottle. But that's not that often. Most people.
Oh, you mean I came on the show? That was the lightning in the bottle. I see. I'm having fun, man. I tell you, I really enjoyed being on Genesis Radio. I can't say that I didn't. It was kind of cool, man. I got to learn a lot of things. Got to meet so many different people.
I wanted to tell you, I met Strategy at Union Community, Kendall.
Yeah.
I met him at the first Union Community. I had heard his name. We knew mutual friends, but we never actually met or DJ together until we were on the stage at Union Community. And he was going in. I never forget. He was doing his thing. I was like, oh, word? That's what we doing? So I got my turn. I'm like, I'm going to go in too. And we just started like ping-ponging back off each other. And we had like a great chemistry going on that day. And that's how he ended up eventually, doing his own show at some point and stuff like that. And, it was a good vibe. And also DJ Fury was there the first year. Shout out to DJ Fury. We've had a little bit of all kind of local talent that have performed on the stage, live bands, gospel. We had a lot of people from the DMV area, the tri-state area. I mean, it's a day of fun. Like I said, they have a.
Yeah, it really was. It was a day of fun for me, and I really enjoyed it. And I like to maybe partake and come and hang out again, take some more pictures, let my drone fly around. That's kind of my thing.
It's not as fun though. We also had a book bag drive. We gave away 300.
What'd you say, young man?
Backpacks. We gave away 300 backpacks with school supplies. That was going on under the band shell, and we do anything. Free haircuts for the kids before they go back to school. Whatever the community needs. It don't have to be traditionally what you think. Shout out to Coca-Cola. That was a big sponsor, and all our other sponsors, man. Shout out to every vendor and everybody that came out, and whatever your contribution was, we appreciate it. We really do, man. If you bought a T-shirt, that helped. You know what I mean? Whatever you did, you did. And this year is going to be equal. We're going to have a few surprise guests. We're not going to put that out there yet, but you're not going to want to miss this one. This one's going to be equally as good.
Yeah, don't let people know that I'm showing up there. Okay.
No. Every year is better. Every year gets better.
But don't let them know I'm showing up. Yeah, I want it to be a surprise.
There's so many like honorable mentions. Like I could do a whole show on honorable mentions. Actually, I think I might do that on the Genesis Radio platform because just sitting here thinking, like I don't want to take up your whole show, but I could definitely. Everybody made a contribution. If I was just trying to shout them out, we would need at least 30 minutes of doing that.
No, we got about we ain't got 30 minutes.
Starting to my head, not to my heart.
I do my show short. I give you about 30 minutes of a show, and I think that's cool because it has a way of engaging with the audience. Sometimes the longer the show, they'll engage for a few minutes and then they're out if they engage at all. If they know the show is going to be a whole hour or something, it's like watching the news. How many people actually watch the news from beginning to end? Very few. They'll take a peek. They'll go grab a sandwich. They'll come back. They'll take another peek. I mean, like me and you, we'll probably sit and watch the damn thing all day long because we're that type of people. But the average person, if after about 5 minutes, man, if you ain't got them engaged, you ain't gonna keep them. So that's why I keep the show down to about 30 minutes. I mean, I will extend it if need be, depending on the conversation and depending on how many people we get chiming in. Like we got a couple of people looking right now, so I could say hello, audience. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little chance to say your little last piece, and then we're gonna get out of here. Right on.
Well, listen, man, I would say thank you for having me. Shout out to what you're doing over there. I see you doing a lot of good work in the community. We appreciate that. I appreciate you still carrying the Genesis Radio flag, you know, and listen, we need everybody's support, man. Like we're better together. I'm gonna keep saying that. We're better together. We're better together no matter what you're doing. You wanna go far, go together, man. If you wanna go fast, go by yourself. It's okay.
Well, you
Whatever
see, if you watch the network now, you see I have about five other shows now going on. I got the Pipeline Show, the Prison Pipeline Show, that back cell block to the block. I got the Gospel Show that comes on Tuesday. I got mental health on Mondays with Hope, and then I got the Parlor Trick with Yakes on Tuesday, and then of course we do the Empowerment Show on Wednesday.
Shout out to Ron Yates too. Another big part of Genesis Radio, man. I gotta say one thing before you cut me short, because you know I'm looking at you right now. You're looking good right there, Mr. Kendall.
All right, thanks.
Good right there.
You know, yes, that's the question. Yes, I'm in remission.
No,
I hear the question.
I want to know that I'm seeing what's behind you though, and that's one thing I think we're missing. You got a lot of books there. Because you gave me a book recommendation and all that. It was solid information. And I see you read a lot of books. I see what's behind
I read. I'm an avid reader. I read.
Important.
Yeah, I read quite a bit. I constantly try to stay in a book somewhere and learn about something. You know, a lot of people, where they want to be all knowers, I kind of want to be an all learner. So there's too much information, too many things to learn out there for me to be an all knower. And by me being an all learner, as an educator, one of my degrees, right? So one of the things that they used to teach us is to teach us how to become a better student. So once you became a better student, now you can be a better teacher. So that's what I did for years. For about a year and a half or so, I sat in that chair and I became a student. You see?
Well,
so now I can take what I learned from you guys and add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that. Boom. Now we got the Empowerment Network.
Listen, salute to you, man, for making that step, investing in yourself. And listen, send your shows. When you finish them, record them, send them to us. We're going to put it on our platform as well. It's not a me thing. It's a we thing. And it's just as simple. You send it, we sharing it. You share ours. We bigger together. You know what I mean?
That's not a thing to me. I just kind of figure out how to do my recording stuff and how to take them and move them around and do this type of thing. I mean, I'm not Terry. I'm not the guy. You know, I'm not the guy that like a Terry. You got me. I mean, he and I look. He and I, both of us are technicians, and both of us are in the same field. I've been in the field for 30 years or more. I've been in the telecommunication and communication field since the early 80s, man, late 70s. I've been in this field. So, but in today's time, things are really a little different, man. You got an app for this and an app for that, and so I'm still learning all these little ins and outs. But I'll get them, and I'll get them down pat.
So I want to close out by saying thank you to all my partners, everybody that helped us get to this point, and the new partners that join on to pick up the flag and keep the war going, man. Because we got a lot of exciting days coming down the pipe. So the first thing, of course, the Juneteenth events right there in town square. After that, Dansbury Park, and then after that, we got some really, really exciting stuff on the table, man. Anybody interested in joining the team, our doors open. GenesisRadio.com. DJ Rudd on Facebook.
And please, audience, don't
radio show.
Don't feel bad about subscribing. Okay, everybody doesn't want to charge you to subscribe. I'm not charging you to subscribe to my site. Okay, I don't believe Genesis is charging you to subscribe to your site. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's a way of helping us out with our community. We want to keep the lights on too, so yeah, we need people to subscribe. So please do. Do me a favor, brother. In about 30 seconds, if a child or someone wanted to do what you did, or where you at to get where you at, what road would you tell them to take?
The road that's less traveled, because a lot of times we just see that smooth path and we say, "Oh, that's easy. Let me just go up there." No, go through the woods, make your own path. That's where all the the growth and the learning happens. You know what I mean? I can tell you, but when you do it yourself, it's just like the police academy. You in the police academy, they tell you this, that. Your real academy starts when they put you on the street corner. All that stuff that you learn in the academy usually goes out the window when they put you on in the 73rd precinct in Brooklyn and they say you got to stand out there all night by the Howard houses. You're going to forget all about the academy and your survival skills going to kick in. So besides, take the road that's sometimes less traveled, make your own path. It's a lot of opportunity here, enough for all of us to share. We don't have to cut our brother's throat to get somewhere else. We can all work together, and there's enough pie to go around. That's it.
Mhm. And like I was telling you about that brother in Africa, one of the things that he is doing that I really like, the Pan African, about bringing us all together. And we as a people, we need to kind of, I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds like almost an impossible thing to do, but we are of the same people that come from Africa now. We're of the same blood of those people in South Africa that's fighting back, that's taking back their line. We're of their land. We are of the same blood of the same people, and we need to start acting like that. Stop acting like we come from a different tribe. We come from all the same tribe, man. All of us came here. We may have came here on little different ships, but we here. We're one tribe now. We're not different tribes, and we're a part of something that's really big. Our ancestry is great. We have great ancestors that came from a great land. So that's why you are so great, because it's in your DNA. DNA is like a library. It keeps a little record of everything that took place within your life and generations before you. So people before you had to be great. That's why you're so great. That's why I do the things that I do. So, yeah, we need to come together as a people. And on that note, I ran over my time. So I'm going to say peace. I'm going to tell you what Shaquana Terry always tells you: be yourself, because everybody else is taken. You got a little mantra? Love to hear it. Mine is peace, peace to the world.
Mine is tough times don't last, tough people do. And shout out to Big Rug for that, man. I appreciate you.
All right.